It's strange what the mind does when death claws for you. Eliza didn't see flashes of life's joys, achievements, or highlights. Instead, fear mastered her thoughts, resentment burned into her soul. She wondered only if death would be less painful than life. Eliza held on to the only things anchoring her will to stay in this world. The burn of twine bit into her palms, and a bitter cold ached up through her toes from the frigid water below. Darkness yawned its hungry maw for her flesh. Eliza scrambled to stay above the water, clawed at the rope that sliced without mercy. Eliza's wordless sobs echoed around her. Tears dripped from her chin and slid down her throat. The rope shook. Her body swayed like a pendulum. She kicked out. Her sodden boot slid against the slimy wall of the well. Water sloshed out of the bucket she clung so desperately to. Drip, drip, drip. Fear was a deep pain that trembled through Eliza's body. It leached from her skin and stuck to her clothes. It tasted salty on her trembling lips, stung her eyes and clouded her vision. Fear intensified. It twisted her gut as she imagined how deep the water was below, and what it would taste like when she drowned. Terror eked from her. Desperation coalesced in the snowy puffs of each exhausted breath. Fear melded to her screams. It mirrored her, clung to her, then cleaved a part of itself away. Its miasma circled its way up the stone walls, swirled past 3 vindictive smiles peering over the edge of the well. Fear tasted them on its way past, fed on their rage. It coiled around them, thrived upon their nastiness, then spiraled upwards towards the sky, slipped along the morning breeze towards the hedgerow, and deep into the sleeping Goldra Wold. Panic tightened Eliza's calloused fingers. They cramped at the knuckles and, weakened by the moment, desperately wrapped around the rope that held both her and the bucket aloft. She could feel the hunger of the well water, imagine it pushing itself into her lungs. Would it hurt? The thought drew the veil of unconsciousness over her, but even that reprieve was denied, as a drawling voice echoed down. "I'll raise the bucket if you promise to tell fat old Mrs. Embry that it was you that took the tartlets yesterday." Margaret, the older of the sisters, pulled back on the rope again. The aged whiskers of it brushed her cheek. Its ancient plait held Eliza's life in its grasp. The bucket plunged a few feet. Her foot slipped and grazed the top of the cold water again. Her toes curled in her boot. She screamed louder as she swung precariously, the stone walls suffocating, the water a dark eye watching, waiting for her. Eliza's arms shook as she tried to pull herself back into the pendulous bucket. The rope slid again. Wetness wicked up the hem of her dress. It weighed her down, pulled her towards the darkness. The depths of the well watched on, glistening with patience beneath her. Fear consumed her, paralysed her will, immobilised her thoughts, engulfed her voice. Breath carried only her guttural moans for mercy. The sisters had tricked her again, promising her something pretty, a relief from torment if she went down the well to retrieve something that was never there in the first place. They let the bucket plunge and pulled it to a hard stop at the last moment. Laughter mingled with the splash of water. The freezing shock winded Eliza. Her hungry gasps for air echoed back. Did death sound so loud? The water sloshed hungrily at her body until a breath finally filled her lungs again. She bobbed waist deep, clinging with the last of her strength to the rope before the bucket heaved upwards in awkward tugs. Eliza's body banged against the slimy walls. Bruises swelled quickly on her delicate skin. Her cries were 1,000 voices that echoed over and over, trapped, unable to escape, a prisoner, just as she was.